Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Speaking, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm Platter V, Series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is a review that comes courtesy of my coworker Joe, so if it poisons me and I die while filming this, hopefully someone will have the strength of mind to go over there and upload it, and then you can all go over there and like deductive reasoning and all that stuff like that, and we'll go over there and we'll catch Joe. Joe is like one of the nicest human beings I've ever met, so hopefully he's not trying to poison me. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over here and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work, I found some shit to review for you. That's not exactly the case today, because like I said, this does come via my coworker. I actually didn't get this after work. He came up to me at the beginning of work, because Joe is a super fucking cool guy, and he's a little bit like me, maybe not to quite the same extent, but he likes to try out new stuff, and he knows I do this show. He knows I like to try out, new drinks and foods, so every now and again, he'll come in with something and just be like, hey, have you tried this? And today, he literally came in with 3 cans of stuff, and was like, and I was like, all right, he got me on that one. Those 2 I've already tried. So, what is it? What might Joe be trying to kill me with? Well, it happens to be, boom! It's this! It is, Koi? I don't know if it's Ko or Koi. Packed with probiotics. God, their marketing is terrible. I'm going to go with Koi. We're going to go with that. Packed with probiotics. It's kombucha, only better. Oh, yeah, because how do you improve on kombucha? Strawberry plus lemonade. So yeah, for all intents, it's a naturally flavored sparkling beverage. Kombucha without the weird. That would be nice if they could make that happen. It's non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, non-alcoholic, vitamin C. Are you 0 sugar? Did I say you were 0 sugar? 25 calories per can. Oh, no, it's got sugar in it. It's got 6 grams of sugar and 5 grams of added sugar. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it's some sort of kombucha drink. Let's get a thing for the thing. Can we get a thing for the thing? I am frightened of kombucha because I don't like kombucha very much. If this can make it palatable, that's great. Like, I'm all for it, I'm not against the idea, I guess. My experiences with kombucha have been bad. But let's give it a shot. Maybe Joe found a gem. Oh, I don't think so. Let's give it a go. You know what? I'll be damned. That is as close as I've ever come to liking a kombucha or kombucha-related thing. I don't know exactly how that. I mean, I guess it's a kombucha thing, sparkling, what the fuck ever. Koi or Ko or what the fuck ever. Please work on your fucking stuff. I get that you're trying to sell it, but like this is just ridiculous. Okay, like put that shit on the back. Put that shit on the back. People will. You gotta work on the marketing. That's just me tossing that out there. Free advice. Though if you would like to hire me, that would be great. I could certainly use a high-paying job where I don't have to bust my ass all the damn time. No, that's genuinely pretty damn solid. Like, I was really worried about it because, in my experience, kombucha is just one of the worst things ever. It's just, like, tart and, like, sour and almost bordering on bitter at times. And it's not good. And I knew that it wasn't good the first time I tried it, because I went to a Whole Foods, and this was years ago. This was, like, way before I was ever doing reviews or anything. Because I used to just buy shit to buy shit. What a novel concept. But I went out to a Whole Foods years ago, and I think it was like the first or second time I'd ever been in a Whole Foods. I didn't really know what to expect. But they had this big old cooler full of kombucha. I had no idea what it was. But I was like, okay, I'm going to pick some of this up, and I'm going to give it the best shot I can give it. I'm going to get some pineapple kombucha, because pineapple's the best flavor. It just is. It just is. And I knew that it wasn't good when even pineapple couldn't save it. When it was just like, this is just dog shit, and I don't know why people like it. But, to be fair, some people do. This, I get what they're doing with it, because they went over there and they basically, it has a kombucha kind of taste to it, but they don't allow it to reach that fucking crescendo of just ass. That is just bad. Again, if you're into it, that's fine. But for me, I hate that. So, if they can go over there and make that work, that's awesome. It does fringe on it, though. It is close enough to the ass taste that, it's almost there. But I'll let them get away with it. Instead, what it ends up doing is it just kind of gives a nice a little tart bite to it, which I kind of feel is like, and again, I don't know where this falls as far as kombuchas go and all, blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying in terms of flavor. If kombucha tasted more like this, I would be perfectly on board with it. I actually think this is rather nice. I think the strawberry aspect is really good. I think the lemonade aspect works nicely. It doesn't have like a strong lemonade flavor, but you get a lemon flavor, and then that sort of, again, that like kind of tartness that you get from the kombucha, it kind of rides on that. So I don't feel like you're getting the same like lemonade kind of tartness that you normally would, or tanginess. You're getting it from that kombucha, so it's a little bit harder. But like I said, I think that they found a way to take that kind of ass flavor, and they blended it with the sweetness of the strawberry, the kind of tanginess, tartness of the lemonade, and then also the sparkling aspect. So it just kind of gives it a nice edge. It's actually, again, I think it's genuinely a very nice tasting drink. It's got a nice mix of, fruity, sweet, sour, and then just that little edge from the kombucha. Koei, I might think that your marketing needs a little bit of work, but but in terms of product, you did pretty much the impossible as far as I was concerned. You made a kombucha drink that actually is tasty. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? For the first time that I've ever had to say this for about a kombucha thing, I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think that for me, mind you, I have no idea where Joe got it from. I'm going to have to ask him. I think that, this wouldn't be a go-to drink for me, but not because it isn't tasty. It's just, I don't usually do the kombucha probiotics stuff. Not against it, just not a go-to for me. But I think it's one of those things where, like, if I ran into it, just out in the wild, I think I would go over there and grab it every now and again, because, like, I like the flavor, I like the edge that it has on it. Any potential health things or whatever with the kombucha stuff, I am not speaking on, because I am not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I am clearly not any type of scientist. I don't have anything to say about that. But in terms of the flavor, I find the flavor to be appealing, and, again, it's pretty astonishing that it doesn't taste like just absolute horse anus. So I'm willing to go with it. And by that same token, if I'm recommending it, usually when I talk about kombucha stuff, I kind of tend to gear it more along the lines of, like, who am I potentially recommending it to? Because it's like, I think for the people who are already into the kombucha stuff, they already know what they like. And I'll be honest, if you're into the kombucha stuff, if that's already your jam, this might not be for you. This is like almost like an entry-level kombucha thing. So maybe if you're somebody who's kind of like, maybe you like the idea of it, the probiotics and stuff and everything, but maybe just the normal stuff, maybe you're kind of with me where it's just like, yeah, that's just some sort of animal rectum that tastes like. Animal of your choosing, I'm just saying. So with that being the case, this could be something that, could maybe you could work along with, or maybe you do the kombucha stuff, again, for maybe like the health or whatever reasons, but maybe the taste isn't your jam, this could maybe be that substitute for you. And if you just happen to run into it, and you're just a person, it's not going to be horrible and terrible for you. So I can get down with it. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly, oddly flavorful kombucha-tastic rest of your life. Sure, why the hell not? Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important that we at least try. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do, folks. Folks, what's your personal experience with kombucha? Have you ever had it before? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you have an opinion on what type of anus it tastes like? I mean, they're really, there's a wide animal kingdom out there that we could choose from. But no, is it a thing for you? Do you have it as part of your diet for, again, any potential health reasons or something? Because as much as I joke about it, it's like, look, if that's a thing, that's really cool. Because I don't know shit about it. I had one person commented on one of my things, like, you should, look into this stuff more. It's like, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to come at you with a bunch of this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to tell you what I know and what my personal opinion is, and we're going to go off that. And that's really how I feel with the whole kombucha thing. I am not going to go into the fucking science of it. I'm just going to tell you whether or not it tastes good. But if you folks want to go over there and enlighten me, hey, cool. I'm not opposed to that. I'd like to learn.